right, it's Monday, 11 o'clock. That's the Chazz Palminteri Show. Please go to chazzpalminteri.net or go to my Instagram, Chazz Palminteri, and I will tell you my schedule. You'll see it on the schedule there where I'm appearing. The one-man show that was a hit on Broadway. It was voted #1 show of the year in Las Vegas. It's a great show. If you've never seen it, please come by and see it. It's incredible. It'll be a night in the theater you'll never forget. Don't forget my restaurants, 30 West 46th Street, Chazz Palminteri Italian Restaurant in New York, and 264 Main Street in White Plains. So much to tell you, but today, before that, don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, you son of a bitch. Go ahead.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Hey.
All right, we got another show today with the girls, Neighborhood Logic with the ladies. Woo! Tara,
woo!
Kathrine,
woo, woo, woo.
Here they are. So, wait, before we go on, I have to say we are very proud of Kathrine Narducci, East Harlem girl, a little girl growing up in East Harlem, seeing the St. Gennaro feast, right? You would go down and see the feast. And now she's going to be the first female Grand Marshal. That's it, right here.
Queen's Wave.
That's it, the Queen's Wave. The first female.
Been practicing all month.
The first female Grand Marshal. And we're very, very proud of you, love.
Thank you.
Very proud. Okay, so what do we got? We have a question here for Neighborhood Logic with the girls. I could say his name, no? Aaron?
We're not supposed to. We say start the Z with the names.
Oh, and I blew it. Aaron, I'm not going to say your name. I blew your
cover.
cover.
But Aaron's only a first name. There's 1,000 Aarons.
When I started dating the love of my life, what's that, Corey? I couldn't help but wonder if she could be one of the great ones, to be honest. I had my heart broken before, and I wanted to make sure I found the right person this time. Then I saw the iconic scene from Bronx Tale. I watched 100 times the movie. 6 years ago, on my very first date with Corey, I decided to put the door test into action without her knowledge. She passed with flying colors. Fast forward, April 2023, and Corey and I have tied the knot.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
God
bless.
Took you 6 years if she was one of the great ones.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No, he said he got his heart broken 6 years ago. That's what he said.
I thought you...
No, he's not been dating her for 6 years. And he can't help but smile when he thinks about the door test. A few years ago, he told her about it. But he said, first time they watched the film together, it's a beautiful moment. How would you do the door test today, he wants to know. And he's really, really... well, you do the door test today. But the way he did it, I mean, they hit the button, as long as they get in the car and press the button and the button goes, but at least they make an attempt to let you in.
Right, so you wouldn't be leaning over. Today's cars, you'd just be pressing the button. I mean, how impressed are you with a girl who can press the button? Right. Not leaning over. What's the modern day door test then?
That's the modern day door test. They at least have to press the button to show they want to let you in.
Yeah, but the modern day door test, can't you just lean over? Why can't you just open the handle?
Well, if she does that, then you better marry her then, right there.
That's a wrap-up sale right there.
That's closing.
That's a wrap-up sale. Wrap it up and put a pink bow on it.
Do you have a thing that impresses you on a first date, Kathrine? Not splitting the check, which we've discussed already.
Well, the last time you guys were on, we talked about the ick. What's the reverse ick? Something that you really like seeing in a person on a date.
Something impressive?
I like an old school. I have that old school mentality where, and we were talking about it, Nick is with us in studio today, and Nick said, do you like it when a guy opens the door?
Nick Valalongua, by the way, he wrote the Green Book. He's sitting right here.
Academy Award-winning movie.
Academy Award-winning movie.
But do you like it when a guy opens the door for you and pays the check? And I love all of that.
Pays the check for you, opens the door for you.
Oh, but not even just to pay the check. That we already established. But the opening, the pouring your glass of wine, or the opening the door, or
Well, I got something.
You're supposed to do as a man.
So,
what you're supposed to do.
And you said, that to me is a turn on. That to me is a man.
You got to pay the check for the girl, right?
Oh, it's not even a question, Mark. You got to pay the check. You got to do. You're going to call it old-fashioned stuff, but old-fashioned is chivalry. It's chivalry. It's how a man treats a woman.
Well, how about this? I want to ask everybody here. I want to ask the man. I want to ask the women. You're at a wedding or a party, and it's all buffet. Do you make your man a dish and bring it to him, or does he make you a dish and bring it to you?
Oh.
I think both sometimes. Like with Mike and I'll go up and make him a dish, but sometimes he'll go, "Oh, I got this for us," or whatever, or something like that.
So it's a
yeah. But usually I make a dish. Even when I'm other places, I like not even just him, other people, even women. I'll serve or I'll get it. That's just me by nature. I do those things.
How about you,
Clean
Kathrine?
other people's
I
houses.
think I think that it could go either way. I think it's organically, not pushing anything. Oh, you're the guy, go get it. I'm the girl, I'll go serve you. Organically. I mean, if you go up and I'm sitting there, what do you want? I'll get you something, and same thing, vice versa. Or both go get your own dish. And that's not something that's like.
It's not a big thing to
That's
you.
nothing I'm setting in stone to be a deal breaker.
Now, how about you, Nick?
Yeah, buffet shouldn't be a deal breaker of any kind.
But
Yeah.
do you get the girl a dish? Or do
I
you-
would if she wanted me to. But buffets are kind of like you go, you grab what you want. But I would offer it. You want me to get you something? You want me to
Right.
bring you back something?
Or if she said, "Look, I made a dish for you. I hope."
I'd say thank you. That's
I would
nice.
like that. How about you, John?
It works both ways. I mean, there have been times, like you said, I mean, I've fixed her a dish, and there's times where she's come back with a dish for me,
All right,
and
so
I
it's
haven't
no
asked.
big deal.
Yeah, that's no big
What,
deal.
Gianna brings you a dish?
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. But then I'll get up and get the second dish and get her something.
Right. Yeah. That's how I think it goes.
That's how
for
it
us,
usually
yeah.
goes for me.
That's nice.
Yeah,
So-
then I'll say, "Honey, I got this for you. I'll bring the dessert for her." It's a little sharing.
Yeah.
But you know what? When we were off camera, Nick said, "Do you think that you don't like it when a guy opens the door, the old fashioned things? Do you think that's like women being like, I'm independent, that they don't like it? Like, what's why not like a man doing those things like that? I can't wrap my brain around. It's a gesture. It's nice. I like it when I do things like that for my friends, or like why would women not want a man to open the door?
Seems like there's an attitude now.
Yeah.
Of women who go, I can do that myself. I didn't ask you to do that. I didn't ask you to do this. The whole thing about paying, I could pay for my own dinner. I mean, I think it's a mentality that women don't want to depend on men anymore for a lot of things. But even if that's the case, it doesn't change how I'm going to offer that stuff.
Yeah,
I've just
I offer
had,
that.
listen, I'd
Chivalry.
do that for an old guy. I would do that for a relative, an older uncle, a grandfather, a friend of someone, an older woman. There's also common courtesy involved in that.
Yeah.
And that should
Yes,
never
that's
go
what it is.
away.
That's what I just said. I do things like that for a friend or for other people.
Right.
That should never go. Sometimes, but then you get the women you meet, some of them, where they expect you to pay. They expect you to pay, and they're really not like, there's not a thank you, there's not anything. And that's a little annoying to a guy too,
Because they feel you're supposed to do it.
No,
That's
but
the way.
it's not even that. It's sometimes if you sit down at a table and you just start talking to people you meet, especially beautiful women, they think there's something
Well, it's what she said, entitled.
entitled. It's like you have to pay the check and that's it. It's like, well, wait a second here. I don't know you. We're not dating. We just met. Now, are there guys? I've done it myself where I go, you know what, just give me the check. What am I going to go? Who ate the shrimp? I'm going to walk around, go, what did you eat? What did you eat? If I'm sitting there with him, I pick up the check. I'm not going to deal with that. But then there's like, how about a thank you? Mm-hmm. Just a thank you. That's all. My wife, after 31 years, still says, honey, thanks for dinner.
So I say thank you for things. My husband will
Really?
say, don't open the door. Like, he gets mad. Now I learn to it's weird because sometimes I walk ahead of him and he wants me to wait for him to get the door. So now I find myself doing that with everybody.
Wow.
Wow, really?
He wants me to open the door. He'll come
It's like a
around
trained
and
dog.
open
You
the
got
door.
him trained.
It's like a
really
trained
good.
dog,
Oh,
right?
here they go. There they go. They got to bust my balls.
You got him
all
trained
the time.
really good.
Okay, let's move on from
Go ahead,
this.
Mike.
But look, John.
Mike, what did I say, Mike? That's
look-
I feel bad for Mike. That's why.
No.
Good. Well, I got a question here too. Another question.
I have something that's equivalent that
All right,
goes
yeah,
hand in
ask your
hand with this.
question. Go ahead.
It's not a question. It's actually something that somebody put out there that goes hand in hand with this. They said a good way to do this modern day door test is to see how they treat wait staff and people when they're waiting on longer lines.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think if I'm with a woman or even a friend, a guy, and you start treating the waiter not nice, that I go, hey babe, you can't do that. If you're in my company, you can't do that. I'm sorry. When did
Huge red flag.
Huge red flag.
red flag.
You see a guy or a girl go, I was with a girl once. She wasn't with me. She was with my friend. He brought her to meet me, to say, "Oh, meet my friend Chazz." We were having at a restaurant, and she went. I said, "Butter, butter, butter," and I went. I didn't say nothing.
No.
I didn't say nothing, right? It's not my girl. It's his girl.
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing. I let it go. During the evening, during the dinner, she did it again with something. Didn't I say? And
No.
Didn't I say? That's how she
Ooh.
started. And the girls just looked at her. I said, "Do me a favor." I said to him, I don't want to mention his name and her name. I said, "Do me a favor. You can't talk like that." I said, "I'm here right now." I said, "Okay, they know me. They don't know you. Okay, so when this young lady comes back, I appreciate if you apologize to her." She was stunned. She was
God,
stunned.
I'd be more-
And he just looked at me like, it was almost like Fredo and Michael. Like, if you can't control it, then I have to.
Right, right.
You know
He
what
was
I mean?
mortified.
Yeah, he was mortified. And she came back. She said, "Look, I'm sorry the way I was out of line." And the woman said,
Oh,
"No."
she did apologize.
She apologized. I said, "You have to apologize to her now." And she said, "Look, I'm sorry. I did get a little." And she said, "Okay."
That's crazy.
But my friend was mortified.
Yeah.
You don't treat wait staff
if
like
if
that.
a guy treated a waiter bad on a date,
I walked away from a first date for something like that. We got our food. The waiter came over, said, "How is everything?" She opened up her mouth, let the food roll out of her mouth onto the plate, and looked at him. And then I got up and just walked out. I was like, that was disgusting, and I just left.
What?
what?
What a thing to do.
What? That sounds like a
That's
sci-fi movie.
psychotic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's psychotic.
That's
Yeah.
like a crazy.
Oh, I
person.
stayed far away from that.
Yeah. I had a girl on a date. We sit down, we're having dinner, and she said, the waiter comes over, very handsome young boy. He was younger. I was maybe 28. He was like 19. Really handsome kid. And I order for her, and she goes, "You're so cute." Now, it's our first date together. She goes, "You're so cute." And he just was like, he looked at me and like, "Oh, shit." And he just said, "Well, he went, "Thank you." He smiled, and he walked away. I don't say nothing. I say, "All right, okay." She could be just outgoing person, right?
She's flirting with the guy in front of you.
Yeah, right from him. But I'm 28. I'm dating a lot of girls. I could care less if I see her again. Okay, but I'm letting it go. Comes over again. She said, "Do you have a girlfriend?" So I said, I said, I'll never forget her name.
Oh my God.
Dana, if you're listening. Dana, Dana.
Oh.
And I don't give a shit. And she says,
Over
Another
Dana.
one under the bus.
yeah, and she goes, I said, "Dana, come on. And he says, "Yes, I do. I do have a girlfriend." And she goes, "Oh, she's so," and she's like, takes Josh walks away. I go, "Hey, Dana, come on, what are you doing?" I said, "This, it's wrong, baby. You shouldn't be doing this, right?" She goes, all right, okay. She goes, "Okay," like, oh, what I said, right? Now I know in my mind I'm going,
Never again.
We're done.
Wacko.
We're done.
Wacko.
We're done. But I figured, let me eat, let me get through dinner, right? Ready? Comes over again, brings the food, drops it off, and as he walks away, she pinches his ass.
No.
Now you know me, Tara.
No.
She goes, "Ah!" And she laughed. I'm like Ralph Crandon.
All right.
That's it. Got up. I said, "Come on." I said, "Here." I called him back over. I said, "Come here. Is that cover the check? Let's go." She goes, "What? The food." I go, We're going. Now. Up, out. We're going. "Oh, you made a scene." I made a scene. She gets in the car. I'm driving her back. I'm not forgetting, I was under the L on Jerome Avenue. She goes, "You know what? You're just one of those guys. You got to have everything your way. You know what? Let me out. Let you out? No problem." Pulled right over. I let her right out. She had about another 10 blocks to walk. Bye. Boom. I just left.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
That would have been funny if the waiter quoted A Night at the Roxbury and go, "Did you just grab my ass?"
Yeah, imagine that.
It sounded like a Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Pinched his ass. Anyway. Yeah. Any other questions there? You have a question?
Yeah, so this one says, my significant other was showing me something on their phone, and they got a DM from someone who I suspects he's cheating on me with. Do I confront him, or do I just let it be?
Why would you just let it be?
We know what she says.
What the?
Why would you just let it be? Why would you just let it be is what I want. I don't understand whoever wrote this question, and why would you let it be? If you suspect he's cheating, why, and you have a good relationship, why can't you just talk about it? Talk about it. Ask him. You can't say he is, because then you're wrong. Why don't you ask him, why are you getting this text from this person? That's a conversation.
Do you guys have like any certain rules that you would put on a partner in terms of texting?
Like who they can text?
Who they can text, what they can text. Obviously, that one there should be rules.
I mean, I'm
for,
sure
but-
Mike has female friends. Mike, I feel bad for you.
No, of course he does, and of course he works with a woman, but I'm friendly with her too. Of course, they speak all the time. They work together.
Let me ask you something. If you had kids,
If
and you were going to have kids, and you were interviewing nannies, and the best nanny was the hottest nanny, but the nanny, they were all good, but the really the best one that you're like, damn, she's good, but she's a 10. Would you hire the 8 because she's not?
yes, no hot nannies. It's like the textbook cheating. It's like the cliche of.
Yeah, you hear that all the time. We can go on and on.
It's so like.
I mean, look at Arnold
predictable.
Schwarzenegger. He just had a baby with his nanny.
What is
Another
another
one?
one?
No, he had a baby with the nanny.
Oh, we
I'm
want
just
another
saying. So you are right.
Ben Affleck did. I mean, it's like almost. It's like the stupid.
Do you think it's asking for trouble?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen.
I think so.
Honestly, I probably, if it was a really great nanny, maybe I would just hire her. Of course.
I don't know. No.
But it's just so.
Let's-
tough.
Nick wants
Let's
to
say
talk.
you hire the hot nanny. Okay. Now you're the husband. The nanny's there. One day you walk in, the nanny's making the kid lunch or whatever. You say, "Hi, how you doing?" As soon as you have any interaction, something's wrong. They think you're hitting on her. There's always going to be. If the wife catches it, what were you doing? You were talking to her about what? Nothing. I just said hi. How's it going? There's always going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So you
No, you don't hire an 8. You hire a 2.
So
You
Nick,
hire a 70-year-old
Do not do
nanny.
An 8. Yeah.
Wait,
You
so
do not.
Nick,
There's
no hot nanny, Nick?
no,
No.
absolutely no.
You know what my wife said?
Disaster.
I
No
love
hot
it, but
nannies.
I gotta stop this. I gotta put the brakes.
You love it, guys.
I
I'm
love
not a
that
cheat-
this
I'm not a-
man
I've never
sitting
even-
here
I've
is
never-
saying no hot nanny.
I've never even cheated on a girlfriend, so I'm not a cheater. If the thing's over, it's over. If it's still on, it's on. Whatever. That's just me.
That's it.
Never cheated.
Yeah.
So having said that, I've been accused of cheating so many times it's not even funny in the course of my life. I've with crazy fights of women throwing glasses of wine at my head because they heard a voicemail. The days, remember the tape recorder? One time I went home. I went to go to the bathroom and wash my face. She hits my tape recorder. Remember the days you have the tape recorder?
Oh, yes.
And she hears this girl, "Hey, how are you?" Now, this is a girl I dated. I hadn't heard from her in 3 years. This is the first message she's left me in 3 years. I walk into the room, bam, a glass of wine explodes right side of my head. You told me you brought. I'm like, now, it doesn't matter if you're innocent or not. You're going to get accused of it.
Yeah.
So you do not have that. And the thing you said about friends, I'll make this short. How do you have female friends? Your wife says, "Oh, what are we doing tonight?" "Oh, I'm having dinner with Mary." We're going to talk about. No, you're not.
Right.
What do you mean you're going to dinner with Mary?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going to go golfing with Mary. She's
Yeah.
learning to play golf. Well, I'm going to give her a couple lessons. Yeah, okay, honey. No, that's never happening.
No.
Yeah.
The friends are gone because the wife's going to say your male friends. You can get your male friends. That's part of the deal. You have
Yeah.
acquaintances. You have people that. When I'm dating someone, even
Yeah.
if their girlfriends are around, I don't talk to them. I don't even engage with them. I don't look them in the eye. I do nothing because it doesn't matter.
Wow.
You're always going to get accused of something.
Oof.
That's my speech.
Okay, well, my wife one day was leaving. She goes, "Look, we were interviewing nannies. My wife never has nannies, but she wanted to get one for this one period of time when we were going to Europe and whatever, to help her mother. Usually my mother-in-law was a nanny. So she goes, "This woman's coming over. She's going to help with everything." I said, "All right." She goes, "Check her out for me. We got a few coming, one today, one tomorrow." So I'm downstairs working out, I hear the gate ring. I ring the bell. And I go out. I come to the front. And there was this girl there. I mean, she was like a 10.
Whoa.
A 10. And she was from Russia.
It's never happened.
So she was a 10 and she was from Russia. She spoke pretty good English, but with a Russian accent.
Whoa.
So I said, "Oh, hi," and we're talking.
You
know,
perked up right away.
Perked right up.
You were tired. You perked
yeah.
right the
So
fuck
I said,
up.
"How are you?" But I said,
Sorry, I was just working out.
And my wife said,
downstairs.
"No, my wife said I'm on my way. And I'll be there. I'll be there. But you start off and interview her." I said, "Fine." So I'm going. I'm showing her around. I'm said, "This is the bedroom. You was here. This." I'm showing her the rooms of the house. I show her the gym. I'm showing her the whole house. So it's a big house. You need help. My mother-in-law needs help, blah, blah, blah. So I said, "Oh, let me show you the grounds outside." We go outside. She goes, "Oh, she's getting, very impressed with everything." And I said, "And this is the," I said, "Do you want something to drink?" She goes, "Oh, do you have any Perrier?" I'll never forget it. I said, "Yeah." It's like, come inside. I get 2 bottles of Perrier. No, I actually had 2 bottles of Perrier. And I said, I poured them in champagne glasses. That's just me.
Oh.
Perrier is not a sponsor of the show.
Yeah, so
Continue.
And
I
therein
poured
lies the rub.
These long glasses, but I put Perrier in the champagne. I said, "Well, I'm going to show a little class, So I come out there.
Oh, we know Gianna, we're dying.
And I give her the glass, and I have the glass. And we're laughing. And you know me, I make jokes. So I said something, and I said, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." And I go like this. And we're laughing, and I went, "Cheers." And we went like this. As we're clicking,
Gianna walks in.
the car pulls right up. And this is Johnner in the car. Looking right at us.
Dying.
While we're going like this.
I could hear the psycho music playing.
Right. As we're going like this.
Oh my God.
Pulls over. I said, "Oh, fuck." But I'm smart enough to know. I said, "Honey, hi, wait, this is, I think her name was Kathrine." I said, "This is Kathrine." So she said, "Oh, hi." I said, "Well, yeah, why don't you guys talk?" I said, "Hey, it was really nice meeting you." And I left. I'm downstairs, I'm laughing. I'm going, "Oh, shit, I'm going to hear it now," right? Then my wife comes downstairs after the girl leaves. She goes, "So what do you think?" I said, "Honey, it's up to you. You like her, you got her. You don't like her, no good." I mean, truthfully.
Yeah.
Because I knew don't get into this battle.
Right.
She said to me, here's her words. "No, I don't want that kind of energy in the house."
Ooh.
And I went, "You got it, babe." Like what Nick says. You can't do it. You just can't. Because she'll be away. My wife goes away sometimes to Florida. I'm here with the nanny. I'm over here by the pool. She's over here. She says, "Well, can I use the pool?" She's walking around in a bikini. It's no
The
good.
Perrier turns into Dom Perignon.
Right.
That's weird you say that, because I was going to say the next thing is going to be the pool. That was going to come next.
Yeah.
It's going to be the what?
The pool. It's weird you say that. I'm thinking, oh, next time it's going to be take a dip in the pool.
Yeah.
With real champagne.
Yes.
Yeah. What
Can't do it.
Can't
No.
do it.
You can't do it.
You know what? In fact,
why
I
are
don't
men
want
like
it.
that? Why are
But
men
I
like
was,
that?
I was.
Maybe it's too seeing a woman taking care of your kids. Maybe it's like, maybe there's more psychological
turn on?
things
She's cooking-
to it.
she's
Yeah,
cooking.
she's cooking. She's taking care of your kids.
It's a turn on.
It's a turn on.
And even if you have
It has to
no
be.
desire to cheat, like he did,
Right.
his wife, he's not cheating. But there's something about, you're there, she's there. So what's up? I'm going in the pool with her. So I'm having some
Well, how about this?
cocktail.
You have a
You're
big-
no desire, but it's still
not good.
it's not good.
Hot nannies can't do. How about me and my wife have a bad beef, a big fight? She goes to her mother's, and I'm alone in the house, and she's there. She goes, "You had a fight? Was that it?" And they start consoling you.
Oh shit.
It's the worst thing. The worst thing. Forget it.
Listen.
Forget it.
So nay to the hot nanny.
No,
Nay to
but,
the hot
but
nanny.
here's I may get canceled for this, and maybe we can cut it out. But Arnold Schwarzenegger's nanny or housekeeper was not hot.
No.
So it is definitely more of a psychological thing. Maybe it's the actually cheating or the doing it under your own roof that you can get away with it. No hot nanny, but no, not hot. What was she? The house?
She was the housekeeper, but
The
there's
housekeeper.
also a fetish for that.
That's what I'm saying.
A
There's
fetish
some,
for what? Housekeepers?
Because you're
Come on.
doing it under your roof. I'm telling you.
You know, it
It's
could
a
be.
more-
Wait, we talked about this. It could be the role play dress up
Yes,
thing.
it's a
The
psychological
hot nanny,
thing.
How about the sexy cleaning lady?
I mean,
she's gonna like wash your
How?
windows.
But here's
we-
here's
I
one thing I
wanna
gotta say.
Google
How
it.
does a man have his wife, and he's sleeping with her, and he's cheating with his wife with the nanny in the house. I mean, that's suicidal.
Yes, but
It's a
that's the thing.
kamikaze
Shouldn't
mission.
you just be able to control yourself, though?
No,
Settle down, Beavis.
But I mean, no, all kidding aside, that's suicidal. I mean, are you crazy?
For you, it is.
You're crazy.
You're right.
I mean, you can't control yourself and go find go get a hooker, go have an affair with somebody if you really have to do it.
Do you think
Your
part
nanny?
of them is like, I hope I get caught and I hope my wife wants to join in?
Housekeeper for Schwarzenegger.
Let me see.
Well, he was drunk, maybe.
Oh, my God.
Come on, I don't know.
Let me just say something.
But
They have a kid.
You're right, because in 0.2 seconds, you had Perrier water in a champagne glass.
no, but I was trying to be like very, hey, this is, I don't know.
Suave Rico.
Suave Rico, right.
We know.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. All right. Here's another question here for the girls for Neighborhood Logic. I have a question for Neighborhood Logic for Kitty, calls you Kitty.
I like that.
I guess he knows you.
Cute.
And Tara.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you read it? Okay.
Okay, I am a trans man. No surgery. It's hard for me to be intimate with someone because I'm not being true to myself. What do you guys think? I should just not date until I've gotten through my surgeries and testosterone, or I should suck it up and try dating? So basically, he's saying he's become a trans man, but has not completed the surgeries and the medicines and wants to put himself out there to start dating, which I could only assume women, and feels like he's not secure enough in his own body. So what I would say to that is, I personally know what it's like, and not in this essence, but I know when I don't feel good in my own skin, sometimes it's hard for me to do certain things or be a certain way, especially intimate. But in a case like this, when something like that takes a while and it's a process, intimacy can happen in so many other different forms. From hand-holding and dating and getting to know someone. And I don't think you should be cheating yourself out of those moments. And when you meet someone, they obviously are going to know that you're a trans person, trans man, and you're going through the process. And that could be something you can go through maybe with somebody.
Together, like.
Maybe you'd have support from that person if you put yourself out there and did it. So to me, on a personal level, I would say you should put yourself out there. You probably have a lot to offer another person, more than just that. Like I say, I've said plenty of times on this podcast, intimacy comes in many different forms, not just sex.
You have anything to say, Kathrine?
I do. Mine is simple. I when I'm confused about making a choice about something that's extremely as important as this is to you, because I can't give advice about the trans thing at all, because I just can't. I'm just cannot.
Well, yeah.
But I can give advice on somebody who's having a hard time with making a very important life decision. And what I'm going to say is, to wrap it up really quick, is just meditate on it, sit with it, and close your eyes really and just sit there and let the answer come to you and whatever feels organically right. That's it. That's all I can say.
Yeah. And even though he was speaking to you two, what I would think you should do, my friend, is put yourself out there, because make people see who you are. And like Tara said, maybe you can be very close with someone. There's many ways to be intimate, holding hands, cuddling, holding each other. And why not take a step forward? Because if you find that it's not working for you after 2 or 3 relationships, then you could pull back and say, you know what, I'm going to wait. This is not for me. I'm going to wait for the surgeries and wait for the medicine. But at least try one or the other. This way you'll know which one's the best for you. So I would definitely put it out there and date and see how that goes.
Good answer.
Great. And we have one final question. And this last one says, we've recently become parents and our sex lives has taken a back seat. How can we navigate the challenges of balancing parenthood and maintaining a satisfying, intimate relationship?
Well, I think first of all, get a nice big car and do it in the back seat.
Get a nanny, just not a hot one.
Get a hot nanny.
Do not get the hot nanny. Get the ugly nanny, and then go have sex while she's watching
look,
the kids.
we talk about this all the time. You know what they say? A shrink will always tell you: sex with a stranger is always more exciting than sex with your wife. I know it's sad to say that. After years with the same person, it gets tired for them too. Women are just like men. They're like, oh God. Sometimes you have to try different things. And again, what you said, intimacy could be in many forms of holding each other, cuddling, kissing. Do you have to have sex every night? As you get older, you're married 20, 30 years, of course you don't have to have sex every night. So I think it's about commitment. It's about staying with each other and loving each other. And you could try to find new things. I don't think
Well, I
there's
think they're
anything
just
wrong with
looking for
that.
the time, right?
Yeah, they're just trying to find a way to balance like having a child and then finding the energy to get into a sex life.
Maybe they could get one of their parents to watch the baby.
Right.
They go on
A date night.
staycation where they go away for the night,
yeah.
like take a ride somewhere and get a room,
Look,
or
right.
right in the house, like put the baby to bed early and make a date night. Make the effort
Yeah.
to be with each other, have a glass of wine, or go out, get a babysitter and just go to dinner, have a few drinks and come home.
It's
and-
very easy not to have sex when you're married and you have kids, because the kids take up all the time of the wife sometimes. The husband gets home working all day. He's tired. She's been with the kids all day. She's tired. So you have to find a night once a week and have a date night where you go out and your mother-in-law watches the kids.
Did
and
you have date nights?
date nights?
Yeah.
We've had that where we had, John's mother watched the kids and we went out. Yeah, we did that. It helps. But it's easy to get into that doldrum, to get into that rut. You're tired. You don't want to get dressed. You don't want to go out. Oh, let's stay home and eat. The kids are there. Oh, you got to work at it. A marriage is like a garden. If you don't water the garden, things stop growing.
I like that.
And that's it.
And that could be even without kids. I'm on the road sometimes and I'm tired and my husband's working and we fixing a house and you're doing this. And you're like, oh, it's so easy to fall in the trap of just not being too tired.
You're just too tired. So you really got to work on it. All right. So that is the show. Don't forget my one-man show, ChazzPalminteri.net. Check out my restaurants. Chazz Palminteri Italian Restaurant, 2 of the top Italian restaurants in New York. I must say, 30 West 46th Street in Manhattan, 264 Main Street. Don't forget my other podcast, The Wise and the Wise Guy, me and Michael Francis. Check it out. We talk about life. We talk about great books, and we put them in mob stories and how it's related to the mob. Really interesting, fun stuff. Tara, tell us about if somebody wants to get in touch with you, come and see your hilarious act.
Well, you can find me on all social media platforms, Tara Jokes. And 2 shows I want to promote, though. August 4th, I'll be in Pottstown, Pennsylvania at Soul Joe's. And then I am back. I wore the shirt on purpose. I'm back with the Righteous Brothers in September, Houston, Texas, September 30th.
Love the Righteous Brothers.
Love
You
them.
never close your eyes anymore.
Catherine,
When I kiss.
you're in a new movie with Mr. Robert De Niro playing his wife again. The name of the movie is what? What? What's the matter? What do you name?
Alto Nights.
Alto Nights. Directed by Barry Levinson, may I say.
And come to the San Gennaro Feast in September.
Oh,
and
the
see
Saint
wave.
Gennaro Feast.
See the wave.
Can we all do it?
All right. All right, signing off.
That's
here.
right. You want a picture with Kathrine Narducci? Come to the Saint Gennaro Feast. Go over to her and say, Kitty! Kitty!
Oh, yeah.
No, shouldn't I not? No, you'll have a great time. God bless you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.